I'm Becca Mellor. I'm from Guilford College. I got into DH through the project I'm working on now, which is the Digital Silk Road. And we were originally writing a grant to do some on-the-ground research in China. And we got denied, which is part of what we do. And we transformed it into a team-taught course where the TAs would play a big part of that. And it would be a student-generated, outward-facing platform, so we could create a website that would be the students' research and present it in such a way that's exciting and interactive and mostly collaborative.
Cool. How has that developed from its early stages? Where do you think you're at right now with the project?
We're still at the very beginning, which is why it's so cool that we're at Hamilton at this conference at ILiADS. We're just at the very beginning, so it's so cool to be hearing from all of these experts and seeing other people farther along in their research projects. Because when we walked through the door on Monday, we didn't really know how we were going to do this. We just had a vision and we knew we could. So it's an amazing opportunity, really.
How has your group discussion been? Has it been, do you have ideas now for places
Yes.
you want to take the project?
Oh, it's wonderful just to have time to talk to each other and just kind of get fired up and just like really work through a lot of issues that we have with the project, especially just like break down certain things where, I mean, that's what the experts are doing so well is like they'll like add stuff to our discussion and bring new sets of eyes who are like, you haven't even been thinking about this. And it's like, that's been our stumbling block, yes. And we can create it, we can come at it from another creative and innovative way.
Excellent. So do you have new ideas about the project now? Is there,
Yeah.
has something come up that you're like super excited to go back to Guilford and work on?
Oh, I'm excited about it all. It's gonna be so amazing. I'm excited about it all. We have, at Guilford, we have a new digital librarian who's going to be helping us run this website and presenting a lot of the workshops to the students themselves. Can you remind me the question again?
Oh, I was just asking, like, where do you go from here?
Oh,
essentially?
right. Okay. Where do we go from here? Well, we're going to be teaching a course in this fall. And so right now we're just kind of, it's all starting to come together of what we're going to teach, when we're going to teach it. And yeah.
Are you going to be...
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so it's all starting to come together and we're teaching a class in the fall, but a key component to that is not only will the kids be building a website, the students will be building a website, but it will end in a study abroad opportunity for everyone to go to China. Sorry, do you want me to like say that again or it doesn't matter?
No, it's okay. It's just a pause, that's all.
Okay.
If you want to say it again, you can. But are you going to be part of the teaching of this course?
Yes.
Oh,
There
that's
are,
really cool.
yeah, there are 5 student TAs, and so altogether, us 5 undergrads have been working on this for almost a year now. And it's transformed so many times. At first, it was just a grant proposal for the students who are becoming the TAs to go to China, and now it's become a course where we get to be the liaison between the technical skills and the professors and the students and leading and helping their projects come together. And then we're all going to be able to go on a study abroad to China, and we're going to be continuing our website, but using it instead of a research-based website, using it as a lot of, and look at these pictures and look at these videos, and research gathering more like, or information gathering.
So that's going to be like the study abroad component will be the like pictures, videos.
Yeah, and just not only are we building the website as a project, we are learning the entire course about the Silk Road. And so there's going to be lectures like on the rise and fall of the Mongols, along with, and this is how HTML works. So it's one of those very cool things. So we're going to be going to a place where it's like, we read all this books about this, and I researched this, and I learned coding because I had to find a picture like this to put online. So it's going to be amazing.
That sounds like a really cool culmination of like
Yeah.
these two sort of simultaneous courses of action.
Yeah.
So this course sounds amazing. Are there other things like it at your... Oh, sorry, I almost said at the wrong college. Are there other things like it at Guilford? Is there a DH center? Are things kind of like dispersed in the classrooms?
No, this is one of the things that's being so exciting being at ILiADS, is because this is, we have so much support of what we're doing in the digital humanities from Guilford College, but now we're starting to come together and say, this is how we can use it. This is how we can do this. We just hired a digital librarian who's amazing, and so she's been really helping us, and she's been at this conference the entire time as well. So we're just all like learning how it can be put together and then used for the students.
Excellent. And it sounds like Guilford really, I mean, if you get the chance to TA on this class, it sounds like the undergrads are being pretty well represented in DH stuff.
Yeah.
Have you had that feeling at ILiADS that, you know, are there places ILiADS could improve in terms of, well, in terms of anything, but particularly as an undergrad, as someone beginning on a project, have you felt like represented, supported?
I felt very well heard by all the professors, by all the digital technology experts. I feel very well heard and appreciated. Of course, there's places where it's like, oh, maybe I should have talked more, and some of that's like me because you can get a little starstruck when you're around all your professors. And some of that's just kind of a more focused effort from everyone, but I feel very well heard, which I think is very important.
So, sorry, thought I messed up my camera. So, I guess just as kind of like a general note to start wrapping up on, you came into DH kind of recently on this project.
Very
Has
recently.
it made a difference in the way you think about things, in the way you approach your other academics?
Yes. It's actually, I'm really interested in this now, and what I'm particularly interested in, and I think could possibly write a thesis in, is women in coding, and different ways where women come together and create spaces for each other to support and teach each other in like a male-dominated field. And I think it's just, there's a lot of amazing, cool intentionality going into a lot of these created communities. And I would love to research that more and experience that more. Hopefully write a huge thesis on it.
Do you have ideas for making that thesis a kind of DH-centric thesis?
You know it. Yeah. Yeah, because the hope would be that I would be learning these skills as well. So not only would I be learning to code and also observing and putting a lot of the theoretical things I learn, you know, pen and paper in academia, but experiencing that. Does that make sense? It's a very new idea. I'm very excited. It's very bright and shiny.
No, I think that does make sense to kind of have those things converge
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
will be part of your thesis.
Yeah, so I'm excited, and there's a lot of just different ways it could go about. I don't know.
So have you been learning to code? Have you just started learning to code now? Or
I've been trying, yeah.
I still have not like dipped my foot
Yeah.
into the coding thing. How's
Yeah.
that experience been?
It's a new language, and I didn't realize that it was a new language. I was just like awestruck, and it's like it's magic, and it's like you're born with it or you're not. And that's one of the amazing things about ILiADS and about DH in general, is that it's like breaking down these artificial boundaries that we don't really think about it. Like, oh, I'm a humanities kid. That's what I get. And, oh, I don't want to go into science. I don't want to talk about technology. And now we're blending it all, and it's becoming this, everything's becoming blurry, and everything's becoming real world and very exciting. Because there's no rules. You can learn about everything. That's in a really new and amazingly creative way.
I think that is the perfect note to end on.
I like it. Stop while I'm ahead.
Unless you have other things that you want to say, other things that you're very enthusiastic about, stuff that you would
No.
want the world to know.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is like, I'm just like feel really like lucky to be here. Be here with my mentor Eric Mortensen. Guilford College supported me. I'm with these amazing fellow students who are going to be teaching this class, helping teach this class as TAs. It's just amazing, and I'm just awestruck about the amount of cool people I get to hang out with all the time. Like, I'm so lucky.